Soccer National Championship. This is the Columbia, Missouri bracket, and this opening round matchup features the Columbia College Cougars and the Central Methodist Eagles. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starters for tonight's contest. First, for the designated visiting team on the scoreboard, the Columbia College Cougars. In numerical order, introducing first in goal, number 1, Kate Marshall. Number 3, Ellie Hilton. Number 5, Jewel Moreland. Number 7, Isabella Govero. Number 8, Abigail Meyer. Number 9, Brooke Schneider. Number 13, Macy Lucas. Number 18, Grace Weinger. Number 21, Delfina Blanco. Number 22, Emilia Blanco. And number 24, Greta Harmon. The head coach of the Cougars is John Klein. And now, the designated team on the scoreboard, the home team, the Central Methodist Eagles. Introducing first in goal, number 1, Grace Reynolds. Number 3, Kitty Torok. Number 4, Laura Heisenbeck. Number 7, Alicia Zamora. Number 8, Marcela Elena. Number 9, Andrea Villar. Number 10, Maria Cerveo. Number 11, Sandra Jakobsen. Number 18, Ronnie Shaw Frank. Number 19, Selene Witz. And number 24, Zoe Jessen. Head coach of the Eagles is Dan Schmidlin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem provides student athletes and fans an important and time-honored opportunity to honor our country and recognize its principles. The NAIA now asks that you stand. Please remove your caps as we pay respect to the United States of America with the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. In universities, and over 75,000 student athletes are committed to promoting character development in athletics. By embracing the values of integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership on the field of play, in the classroom, and in our local communities, our goal is to improve the culture of sport. With that in mind, we ask all players, coaches, officials, and spectators to help us by being positive role models before, during, and after tonight's game. Thank you, and good luck, ladies. And welcome back to HeartConferenceNetwork.com. Time for the nightcap, the NAIA Women's Soccer opening round from the Columbia, Missouri bracket. This features a 1-2 matchup between the Central Methodist Eagles and the local team, the Columbia College Cougars. This is a rematch of one that took place. It was the home opener for Central Methodist. As I look to pull it up. We got the starters shortly to you after kickoff. So Central Methodist victorious over Bellevue on Thursday. And Columbia in the early morning victorious over Jamestown. That's how both teams got here to this point. So that match took place on September 1. Columbia falling to CMU 0-1. Still same situation with the wind, not blowing too bad, but it's definitely cooled down in this one. A lot more overcoats within the fans and also on the bench. We're from Battle High School, Columbia, Missouri. The winner of this one head to the final side in Alabama. Glad you're with us from here from Columbia, Missouri. This is HeartConferenceNetwork.com. CMU, Columbia, Part 2. CMU going right to left. Sandra Jakobsen has it. That will go out of bounds. Possession remaining with Central Methodist. We'll get the starters out to you. We'll beginning with same as Thursday evening for CMU. Grace Reynolds in goal. The freshman out of Bournemouth, England, wears number 1. So Torak Zamora, Heisenbeck, and Zoe Jessen. And out that back row for Central Methodist. It's been so good all year. So Grace Reynolds will get it to Alicia Zamora. Yeah, for the excellent center mid, Marisa Vale, wears number 10. A junior from Barcelona, Spain. We're now at the forwards and midfielders. We go with Marcela Elena, the freshman out of Minas Gerais, Brazil, the under-20 Brazilian national team selection. We'll have an early corner kick for the Eagles. Marisa Vale and Sandra Jakobsen. Central Methodist wearing their home kits once again, all gray with neon numbering. I like to do this give and go. Jakobsen electing to cross, but there's nothing but Cougars in that one. Cool. Let's round the rest of the starters. Andrea Villar, primary striker on this Eagles squad, wears number 9, and had the game-winning goal in the first matchup back on September the 1st. It was definitely a much warmer time back then. Andrea wasn't really an own goal, but could have been classified as such. The goalkeeper mistaking that she was granted a goal kick, but there was still a live ball, and Andrea Villar walking up to it and kicking into the net, into the back of the net, and able to secure the victory in the home opener for Central Methodist. Well, now that matters now if Columbia can notch a victory over CMU in this one. It was a hotly contested one in that one on September the 1st with a 1-0 result. Most squads displaying excellent defenses. Excellent defensive statistics. A .56 goals against average for Columbia. For Central Methodist as well. 0.29. So goals will definitely be at a premium tonight as it was on September 1st. To round out the rest of the starters, Ronisha Frank, Celine Witt, and Zoe Justin back in the lineup. Dan Schmidlin with a very decisive win on Thursday against Bellevue. Electing to go with the same lineup. If it ain't broke, no need to fix it. And now, that free kick on the near side by VR finds the arms of Kate Marshall. So Marshall between the pipes, a senior from Wentzville, Missouri, wears number 1. She wasn't the keeper in that previous September 1 matchup. But like I said, combined between Victoria Hughes and Kate Marshall, a .54 goals against average in the AMC. Where they were 9-0, a perfect 9-0 in regular season play, winning the tournament as well, and winning the AMC running away. Once again, another banner year in conference and regular season for John Klein, 17-3 overall. The field players for Columbia, beginning with Ellie Hilton, the senior out of Lancashire, England. She's a defender. Jewel Moreland was in on the action goals-wise on the matchup against Jamestown. The junior from Wentzville, Missouri, primary striker on this Columbia squad. Columbia riding a 15-game winning streak. Jewel Moreland, 15 goals on the year. Number 7, Isabella Govero, the junior out of O'Fallon, Missouri. She wears number 7. 22nd appearance overall, 5 goals, 1 assist. Overthrown far side. Looks like Ronisha Frank on it. She likes to give herself that running start to gain momentum. She'll toss into the box. Still in the box. Jakobsen. Going to advance one forward, but unable to as it was deflected off of Columbia. Columbia looking to counter. Macy Lucas on it. Here's the aforementioned Jewel Moreland. Moreland into the open field. Last-ditch effort by Ronisha Frank to at least obstruct it briefly, but Columbia able to get it back. Into the box goes Columbia. No one go out of bounds. Possession back to CMU. The senior out of St. Louis, Missouri, wearing number 8 is Abigail Meyer. So his appearance number 20 overall for her, 1 goal, 3 assists. Brooke Schneider, a midfielder, junior out of St. Charles, Missouri, wears number 9. Schneider on the year, 14th start overall, 5 goals, 2 assists from that midfielder position. Macy Lucas wears number 13. Freshman from Roxana, Illinois, listed as a forward. And she's made her presence known as well this season, coming on strong. Definitely one of the key pieces going forward if you're playing the long game for John Klein and the rest of the Columbia College Cougars. 14 goals, not too far behind her counterpart, Jewel Moreland. Grace Weinger, a sophomore from Jefferson City, Missouri, wears number 18. So Columbia into their own offensive third. So Weinger playing that fullback position on the far side. A turnover by Celine Witt. And the possession will go back to Central Methodist. So we have a pair of siblings listed next, and Delfina Blanco, sophomore midfielder, wears number 21, and Amelia Blanco, a defender, sophomore, wears number 22, both out of Argentina. And around out the rest of the field players is the defender, number 24, Greta Harmon. Harmon looks like she's lined up. Initially, she's listed as a defender, but don't see her. I'm going to search for Harmon. Numbers a little bit hard to read. Andrea VR looking to advance. So Harmon, the junior from Jefferson City, Missouri, on the year. 22nd appearance overall, one of the primary starters, has started every match except one. She has 3 goals and 3 assists on the year. So the 1-0 result, even from a scouting standpoint, will definitely look to you have some tape on an opponent that you played directly. And all can be forgiven from that 1-0 defeat in the hands of CMU. But in the box goes Marcella Lena, and great save by Marshall at point-blank range, able to secure it. For the time being, ball still in the box, and good job to clear by Columbia. Well, right back to Cerveo, the excellent center mid who excels in the possession game. Some ball skills by Elena. And cleared out for the time being. Back to Heisenbeck. CMU still looking to pressure. She'll look to advance it, head it out. She's got Kitty Torok midfield. And she'll look to get it to Jessen near side corner. Near side. It's like technique by the Columbia defender. That is, I believe that's Ellie Hilton. So 10th minute into this one, 0-0 score in this one so far. Central Methodist and Columbia. Couldn't pull it up on my Maps app, but these schools are separated by about, ballpark estimate, 30 miles from each other. And Columbia definitely in closer proximity to this one, all things considered. Well, they're the designated road team in this. They're wearing their road kits, navy blue socks, navy blue shorts, and then alternating gray and navy blue stripes going horizontally across the torso. And both keepers, Grace Reynolds, her kit is highlighter yellow, and for Kate Marshall is highlighter orange. Closing in on 34 minutes remaining, first half. Exchanging possession near midfield. Columbia College 9-0 at the AMC. Once again, winning the conference tournament again. CMU as well, perfect 12-0 in the Hart Conference. It's 20-0 overall, or 20-1 overall, and Raja Frank may have had a chance to trying to slide one in, but whiffing on it. Possession back to the Cougars. So CMU and Columbia once again started with this matchup, and for one of these teams, it'll be the end of the season. The winner of this one to move on to the final site in Orange Beach, Alabama. The final site match is to be played from November 30th to December 6th at the Orange Beach Sportsplex in Orange Beach, Alabama. I'm going away. So had a foul called on Celine Witt. Possession back to the Cougars. Hilton gets it away. Moreland and Cerveo, 50-50 ball. Elena and Moreland this time around. Ball advancing towards the CMU box, or the CMU offensive third. Attempt to clear by Hilton, and she did not get what she wanted on that one. Possession back to the Eagles. Sandra Jakobsen. On their midfield. As I said, the CMU men don't really like to build from the back. The CMU women don't mind doing that. Like to really prioritize ball possession and really working from the back with their excellent defenders, Heisenbeck, Zamora, Jessen, and Torak. They like to work it through the bridge, being the center mid, Maria Cerveo, and then she'll look to facilitate from there. Columbia looking to do a little bit of the same, build from the back. Far side, challenged by Kitty Torak. Eisenbeck. And Zamora will like to kick it back to Grace Reynolds. All out of bounds, possession to CMU, far side midfield. Torak to throw in. This is Marcela Elena. Torak back for Heisenbeck. Zamora. Jessen. Give and go between her and Witt. Jessen advancing. Jessen. It's going to go far side. Finds Renisha Frank. Renisha Frank challenge. Frank, a shot, and secured by Marshall. It's kicked away by Marshall towards midfield. No one but Renisha Frank near midfield, and able to head it back towards Andrea Villar. We'll give it off for Marcela Elena. Elena looking far side as Jakobsen. Got too much at the bottom of the ball, and that one goes over the crossbar. So under 29 minutes to go, first half. Definitely the aggressors in this first half, creating their, once again, kind of business as usual for them throughout the entire season. So very good with ball possession. With three forwards, Sandra Jakobsen will advance. Finds Andrea Villar. Attempt to clear by Columbia. Taken back by Jessen. Will just be lofted out of bounds. Torak will throw in. So a collision near midfield. Looks like Marcela Elena's down right now. And we'll have a clock stoppage in this one. So Elena down just at the outset of the CMU attacking third. Clock stop with 27:54. Kind of getting a barometer for how, at least for me, for this soccer novice, is to take a look at the goals per game versus the goals against average, and kind of take the average, and take the number from there. So Columbia scoring 3.52 goals per game against a goals allowed average of 0.56. Into a, I guess you could, for lack of a better term, allow a plus minus of a plus-minus ratio of 2.96. A plus 2.96 for Columbia. So both these teams are definitely elite in regards to that category. So calculating it from the CMU side, Jill Moreland with 3 CMU defenders on her. They'll deflect it off of one of the CMU defenders. Now it's Columbia's turn to see what they can do offensively in their offensive third. Overhead throw in. Finds Delfina Blanco. Oh, in the box, and a save by Reynolds. And at point blank range, Columbia with an excellent opportunity. And it was Macy Lucas, second in goals for Columbia. The last second, Grace Reynolds able to punch it out to safe, punch it away, and cleared out by Zamora. But a phenomenal opportunity early for Columbia. But it wasn't meant to be. So we'll restart here. Laura Heisenbeck to kick it. Free kick away. We're going to go far side for a give and go for Ranisha Frank. Ranisha Frank looking across for Elena. Disrupted by Columbia. Which will lead to a corner kick. And it was Greta Harmon, the center back on that one, to kick out of the back of the end zone. Kitty Torque, corner kick far side. Torok hits it away. Elena is outside the goalkeeper's box, and it looks like it will be off of Villar, and we are, well, not. It is not off of Villar. So our first sub coming in for Central Methodist. Looks like Grace Faraday. Yeah, no. Substitution for CMU, checking in number 25, Grace Faraday. So Faraday in. Freshman out of O'Fallon, Missouri. Had a goal in the Thursday matchup against attempted header and goes past Marshall for a goal for CMU. VR. Central Methodist goal scored by number 9, Andrea Villard. So VR, her header was just powerful enough to get it past Kate Marshall. And she had the one tally in the matchup on September 1st, and she strikes once again for VR. That is goal number 28 for her. And amassing a very impressive 62 points on the year. What a banner year for the multiple-time first-team All-Heart selection. Now Columbia into their own offensive third. Look to see if they can create the opportunity for an equalizer. Almost had one back in minute, give or take 23. The shot by Macy Lucas from about less than 3 yards away from goal. Here's a try headed out by Ranisha Frank. Throw in for Columbia. One towards the box. Goes Amelia Blanco. Secured by Reynolds. It's Frank. It's enough of the far side fullback for Columbia, and possession to CMU. Cerveo. It's back for Zamora. Here's Grace Faraday. Just checked in. Faraday. Columbia looking to advance forward a little bit more, but they'll be able to draw back out the attempted inlet for Central Methodist. But Villar looking to weave her way through traffic. And Cerveo serving one up for Elena. Great footwork in the box. Another chance. Racer Frank. Just wide left. It's that close to putting the Eagles up 2-0. Want me to kick it away? I was looking for Moreland or Lucas on that one. A whistle near midfield. Possession, which will lead into a free kick for Central. Towards the edge of the box. Maybe Frank looking to secure it before it goes out of bounds, but she looks to box out her defender, and she will grant her a throw in. Supposed to CMU position to obstruct the view of the goalkeeper Marshall. So then that one will lead to a corner. Position on the far side with one player, possibly Jakobsen, there for a one-timer, but this will lead to a direction. That was Faraday. Made that mistake yesterday. Usually I go by what boots they're wearing. And Jakobsen and Faraday very similar. So outside the box, Torak. Torak shall like to withdraw briefly for Zamora. Zamora for Jakobsen, and whistle and possession back to Columbia. So some of the other matches have already gone final. In the Hattiesburg bracket, William Carey over Reinhardt, punching their ticket to Orange Beach, Alabama, victorious 3-0. Marion and Lindsey Wilson to play tonight over in the Indianapolis bracket. It's a 1 seed versus a 2 seed there as well, respectively. Indiana Wesleyan taking on St. Thomas Aquinas out of Michigan. The Marion bracket. Pulaski, we have a final in that one. Tennessee Southern over Savannah. Another corner for Central Methodist. 18:40 to go, first half. Down in sunny Southern California, the Santa Barbara bracket. Take a look at that one. Westmont up firmly in control of that one, 4-0 over Marymount, California. Towards the box. Header by Ranisha Frank, and a little bit too much on that one. Goes wide and over the crossbar. So over in Arkansas, the Siloam Springs bracket with Cumberland's defeating John Brown 2-0. So they'll advance to the final site. So over in Spring Arbor defeating Truett McConnell in overtime on a golden goal. And over in West Palm Beach, Kaiser defeating Cumberland. I don't have it in front of me. I think Kaiser is Kaiser number 1? So underway right now over in Bartlesville, our counterparts from the KCAC, Oklahoma Wesleyan taking on Oregon Tech. That one underway, 0-0, 16:15 remaining first half. Here in Columbia, with 17:10 remaining, one for Frank! Frank! And wide goes Frank. The CMU definitely, a great inlets by Jakobsen, able to set up her teammates. Running, looking for a strike on that one, far side. And that one goes wide. I don't know if the angle was obstructed by Marshall. It's a little bit hard to tell from this angle, but regardless, attempted shot going out of bounds. Columbia looking to try to get level here. Central Methodist has other plans. It's a great loft for far side for Jakobsen. Jakobsen with ball skills all by herself. Deflected off of one of the center backs. Another corner for CMU. .45 remaining. Kitty Torek to take the corner. Far side. So that gets it away. Attempted bicycle by VR. Goes backwards. Last ditch attempt by Frank to get it, but Marshall on it. Possession back to the Cougars. Get it away. And Surveyor will get it back to Reynolds. Reynolds, deflected. Deflected in the box. And a foul called on Columbia. Collision on the far side between Elena and Brooke Schneider. Possession back to the Eagles. VR. The build from the back once again, possibly. CMU has as I've shown tonight, and miscue by Reynolds. Here's Amelia Blanco. Far side. And advance it. Jakobsen challenging. Here's Abigail Meyer. Meyer. Center back attempted pass for Jewel Moreland. Intercepted by the Eagles. Anisha Frank harassing Grace Weinger. And forcing them to withdraw. A goal kick. Call on, be a foul on Zamora. A little bit too much of the hip in that one. On the Eagles. Possession back to Columbia. Near side is Amelia Blanco. I'd like to go near side. There's Jill Moreland. Moreland. Maybe trying to work it off of Grace Faraday to force a corner. Faraday holding her ground and clearing it out for the time being. Possession still with Columbia. We'll have our first sub of the night for Columbia. Substitution for the Cougars, checking in number 11, Maddie Schrader. So Schrader in, listed as a forward. She's a sophomore from a local kid from Columbia, Missouri. Where's number 11? Schrader on the year. To pull up her stats. 20th appearance overall, and she does have 8 goals, so maybe head coach John Klein sensing an opportunity here. Maybe we'll have a whistle by our field judge, but the clock's still moving, 12:16 remaining. Perhaps just a verbal warning just to kind of ease some possible tension. I'll tell you, I had enough chippiness in the first match. We don't really want more. Just speaking from an administrator standpoint, creates a lot of headaches for there. But we play on inside 12 minutes, first half, and we have some. And just as I mentioned it, we have some action now. So Amelia Blanco, the card is out, possibly drawn one. So I have a card. I'm waiting for the stats to show up to see who it was on, just to confirm. Sometimes I have a tendency to announce prematurely. Don't want to do that again. Assess 1 to number 22, Amelia Blanco of Columbia, and number 8, Marcela Elena of Central Methodist. Also another one right there, and Zama were looking a little worse for the wear on that one. It's kind of hopping, really favoring that right leg, but looks like she's fine now. So apologies for the delay in that one as far as getting the yellow card announcement out. It's more of I kind of like to err on the philosophy of better to be slow and accurate than fast and wrong. There's a throw in. Columbia looking for their equalizer. 10 minutes remaining first half. And Faraday unable to quite clear it out. Quick throw in for Blanco. Delfina Blanco. Joel Moreland. Trying to center it for. Looking to center. 22. So Reynolds will throw in for Zamora. 8:30 remaining first half. CMU on top on the goal by the 25th of the year for Andre Villar. '28th, actually. So in the aforementioned VR, she'll loft one up for Jakobsen, turned over. Here comes Moreland. Let me look in advance. Attempt for Jill Moreland, nothing doing. You taking back possession. Kitty Todak. So far side for Sandra Jakobsen. Jakobsen, the 2021 Hart Conference MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. 6 goals, 18 assists on the year. Definitely one of the great ball handlers and great facilitators in all of the NAIA. And definitely see an All-American selection in her future. Zamora will get one back for Laura Heisenbeck. On the opposite side of the coin, Heisenbeck, the 2021, actually 2-time Hart Conference Defensive Player of the Year. Have that slide attempt on that one. Ronisha Frank getting a little bit worse of the wear for that one. We'll have a sub coming in for CMU. Substitution for CMU, number 14, Kaya Ranklev. So Ranklev will check in. At least not really getting a visual for who checked out. So far side, it's Kitty Torok. Actually, be Ranisha Frank checking out. So good shift for Frank. Multiple great scoring opportunities. Just going a little bit wide as he gets the handshakes from head coach Dan Schmidlin and the assistant coaches. Or she. One into the box. And a foul called on VR. VR pleading her case. Definitely wanted to. Only trying to draw a penalty kick, but the call goes in the other direction. Free kick for Columbia. Headed out by Zamora. Or Cerveo. Blanco. Maybe trying to sell. Looked like she kind of took the air on that one. If she was trying to sell that one, it worked on that occasion. Foul called against CMU. Correction. Foul's called on Columbia. All heading the other way. Throwing Jessen. Assessing the situation, she'll draw it back for Zamora. You're looking to draw the defense out. Heisenbeck does have a chance to boot one deep. So Rock in pursuit. And last second, good clear by Columbia. Not gonna lie, these Columbia kits are a little bit hard to read. 7 for Joel Moreland. Shown by Jessen. And the call in CMU's favor. This time, Moreland tripped, trying to draw a penalty, but nothing doing on that one. Reynolds electing to go short. 3:50 remaining first half. The match is definitely played much like the first matchup in Fayette. Although, aside from the very early tally by Andrea Villar. A trip. And CMU will have a free kick. About 10 yards outside the box. A little bit over 10 yards outside the box. Laura Heisenbeck kick a free. Majority of the CMU Eagles stationed to the near side. And Kitty Todok on the far side. Deflected off of Columbia. Corner kick for Central. Columbia and CMU, such proximity between each other, they don't really play each other a lot. So Jakobsen, they do like to run this give and go between her and Cerveo. That will be lofted. An attempted roundhouse by Zamora goes out of bounds. So close it out, a minute remaining. First half. These schools are separated by 30 miles. 1 minute remaining. CMU possibly trying to one last ditch effort. Rancliffe far side. This one will go in the direction for Columbia. Great play by Macy Lou. These numbers are hard to read. It's a great play by Ellie Hilton to force a change of possession. We'll shut down the play-by-play commentation right now as we close in on the 10-second countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And a foul right before the end of the half, and Andrea Villar taking exception to it. Not quite sure. We'll see if the officiating wants to add time, but I'd probably err on the side of no. You know, it's like we'll have a yellow card assessed to Central Methodist. Definitely a lot of verbiage coming towards the very end. Score at the end of one half of play: Central Methodist 1, Columbia 0. So very, very hot and feisty end to the first half. For two teams that don't really play each other a lot, it's just like in the last matchup. That was the first ever meeting between Rio Grande and Central Methodist. They're playing like it's an old school knockdown, drag-out rivalry fight. So 45 minutes in this NAIA opening round deciding match in the pod. Winner of this one to go to Orange Beach, Alabama at the final site. So another 45 on deck for you in about 15 minutes from now. This is HeartConferenceNetwork.com and NAIA.org. See you on the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to HeartConferenceNetwork.com and NAIA.org. You're watching the 2021 NAIA Women's Soccer Opening Round. This is the finals of the opening round tournament. And this matchup features the Central Methodist Eagles, the #1 seed, taking on the local team, the Columbia College Cougars, who are actually the designated visiting team in this one. So, a lot going on, especially towards the tail end of that first half. Multiple cards assessed. One on each side, and then things got a little bit testy towards the end with both benches getting chippy with each other. Some to be restrained by the referees. But the story in this one, Central Methodist on top on the goal by Andrea Villar in minute 21. So going in opposite directions this time. Columbia will kick it off. Kicked off and we're underway here in the second half. Columbia looking for an equalizer and CMU looking to extend. And one of these teams looking to punch their ticket to Orange Beach, Alabama. CMU going left to right as Sandra Jakobsen advances it near side. To the loft one for Ranisha Frank and kicked out by Columbia. Was Ellie Hilton on it. So late to throw in for Ranisha Frank near side. So 4 equals station on the near side of the goalkeeper's box, and Marcela Elena trying to be a nuisance to Kate Marshall. Attempted roundhouse by Alicia Zamora once again over the crossbar. This is the second meeting between these two teams this season. The first one being on September 1st. CMU victorious in that one 1-0. Same result right now. But from a competition standpoint, very similar to that very first matchup. Although, with so much more at stake in this one, the emotions riding high. I understand why things would get very chippy, very testy. Oh, by the heart of competition. Oh, no, rare miscue by Laura Heisenbeck. So, which will lead to a throw in for Columbia, but that could have been a lot worse as Jewel Moreland was threatening to do some permanent damage on that one. Celine Witt getting out for Jakobsen. Jakobsen advances towards midfield. Columbia back in possession. We'll just get one back for Ellie Hilton. Vitorok. Out of bounds, possession still with the Cougars. Throw in Hilton. Go Moreland. Moreland finds Govero. Challenge by Torok. And one by Torok. Throw in for CMU. Heisenbeck. That's by Moreland. And a foul called, much to the dismay of the Columbia faithful. I think that might have been a good challenge by Moreland, but foul call on Moreland. Going back the other way. Heisenbeck. Don't go out of bounds. Possession still remaining with CMU. Torok to throw in. elects to go to her center back, Heisenbeck. Hiritorok. Elena finds Renisha Frank in the near side corner. Renisha Frank making moves. And cleared out by Columbia. Moreland in pursuit. She's able to get it back to Lisa Zamora, who finds Hiritorok. Midfield, near side. It goes out of bounds. Possession still with Central Methodist. 41 minutes remaining. 4 minutes into the second half. If you're counting up, that's minute 50. Into minute 50 now. Jakobsen. So Columbia looking for a quick throw, and it doesn't look like they're going to get it. And so one center backs didn't like the alignment of how they were advancing forward. Possession back to CMU. And I'm just trading possessions here on the near side at midfield. So I'm trying to look to establish themselves in their own offensive thirds. A foul occurring to Jakobsen. Foul in Columbia. Possession remaining with CMU. Heisenbeck electing to go deep. Header, exchanging headers into the box. An attempt by Celine Witt, and Renisha Frank, and blocked by Columbia. Columbia just looking for a clear. You may have gotten it off of. Renisha Frank, or that was off of Zoe Jessen actually. Great job by the Cougars to force a throw in. Elena advancing. She was looking to connect with Renisha Frank cutting. Perhaps may have been offsides on that one, but in possession back is Jessen. Jessen, just outside the box, far side. Elena going near. Near side Torok. Towards the goalkeeper's box. And left it out. Columbia might have been able to take that upfield. It was Oli Hilton on that one. So we'll throw in for CMU. Renisha Frank. Full head of steam. For Alicia Zamora, or Marisa Vale, beg your pardon. Here's Jakobsen, trying to make some moves on her defender. Able to force another throw in. It was Jakobsen against Isabella Govero. Throwing Frank. Picked back in by Cerveo. Cleared out by Columbia. Possession still remaining with CMU. Eagles in pursuit. So left it out of the back. Left out of close to the near side corner. Not a corner. But a throw in for Central. Here's Frank's throwing. Into the box. Danger zone for Columbia, and a nice save by Marshall. She'll kick it away towards midfield. Jakobsen looking to advance once again. Inlet for Andrea Villar, just let her a little bit too far. So now Columbia's chance to see if they can establish anything offensively in their own offensive third. Second of is Hilton. There's one of those Govero. Beg your pardon. This is Hilton thrown in. Hilton throws in. Finds Joel Moreland. The rest of the middle. Taken away by Jakobsen. Jakobsen advancing. Jakobsen full head of steam down the near side. Pulls on the brakes a little bit. Advance it past her two defenders. Clear out by Columbia. Marshall in pursuit. She'll just get to she likes to just kick it out of bounds, get it to safety. Macy Lucas pressuring. Two offensive threats on this Columbia Cougars team are Macy Lucas and Joel Moreland, the two leading goal scorers on this Cougars team. Moreland with 19, including one yesterday. Lucas with 18. So not too far off between the two. Here's Hilton to throw in. Finds Moreland. Hilton. There's a box. Attempted 50-50 ball. Just say about 5 yards outside of the goalkeeper's box. And Grace Reynolds taking a chance and able to secure. There we go the other way. Celine Witt. Here's Zoe Justin. Back to Witt. And the CMU in their defensive third. Jakobsen is rolling, finds the feet of Kitty Turok. Jakobsen past midfield. It's time for Radisha Frank. It's getting a little bit too much on that one. Okay, Marshall, attempt to clear. No Eagles there. As Marcella Elena advances. There's one for VR. We'll just look to play a little bit of keep away in this one. Torok. Near side has Jakobsen. Jakobsen looks like challenged by Hilton. Slide technique for the time being. Stops play. We'll have another throw in for Central. Here's Frank. Throwing in. Near side. Trying to find Elena, and they'll call a foul on her. towards midfield. So Columbia looking to win those 50-50 balls once again, but nothing doing. CMU back in possession once again, looking to continue to apply the pressure. So and if you're counting up, we're into minute 60 now. Possible chance for Jessen. Jessen, a shot and a save by Marshall. Jessen had one defender on her. That was the center back, Greta Harmon. Enough to cut off that angle, and of course a relatively low stress save for Kate Marshall. As we'll have a sub coming in for the Cougars. It's like number 11, Maddie Schrader checking back in. Substitution for Columbia. Checking in number 11, Maddie Schrader. It's tournament season. Everybody gets the home calls. Advancing into Celine Witt, far side. Wenger in pursuit. Also challenging is Macy Lucas. It's one of the Blancos, actually. Attempt to make a move by Cerveo and may have gotten a little bit too handsies there. And a clock stoppage in this one, and that will warrant a yellow card by Maria Cerveo. Yellow card assessed to number 10, Maria Cerveo of Central Methodist. I think. Or that might have been. That may have been assessed to the bench.
No, it was Maria.
And just checking it now, I have to correct myself on that one. The yellow card was not assessed to Cerveo. That was actually on the CMU bench, or the head coach, Dan Schmidlin. A push off on Elena, no call. And Celine Witt will just clear that out of bounds, far side. Possession back to Columbia. So Coach Dan Schmidlin giving instructions to Carlotta Baldo, who will be checking in shortly at the next dead ball. 28-10 remaining. Second half, Columbia looking for an equalizer. CMU once again, as they have been all year, against most of their opponents, dominating time of possession. Went into the box for Celine Witt, but off of Wenger. And there'll be a corner kick for Central. In the form of Sandra Jakobsen and Maria Cerveo. Sometimes they like to elect to go short, run off a little give and go, and then give excellent handling of Cerveo a chance to create, but looked like Columbia was ready for that one. Moreland in pursuit. She would be on sides of taking possession now, and she does. Gets it off of So one off of Louis Jessen. The possession back to CMU. So we're going to work from the back once again. CMU survey upfield. Far side. Finds her winger Jakobsen. Jakobsen into the box. A left shot. Saved by Marshall. So one sub coming in for each team. Looks like Carlotta Bottle will check in for Central Methodist, and then number 6, Mallory Holzer, will check in for Columbia. 26:20 remaining. All out of bounds, and here come our subs. Substitution for Columbia, checking in number 6, Mallory Holzer. And checking in for Central Methodist, number 6, Carlotta Baldo. So the book on Holzer. 16th appearance overall, 2 goals, 2 assists. For CMU, Carlotta Baldo in. This will be appearance number 22. The freshman out of Aldeno, Italy. So Baldo in for Celine Witt and Mallory Holzer in for Delfina Blanco. Lofted by Cerveo. Andrea VR. Starok. Towards the middle. Still in possession of CMU and Cerveo. She didn't lead her far enough in that one. Another substitution for Columbia. Columbia substitution, checking in number 19, Chloe Hall. Okay, from the keeper's box, 50-50 ball near midfield. Possession finds Maria Savedo. Torok. Going off the lofted for Jakobsen, who was advancing near side. Throwing for Central. Still Elena. Advancing. Finds Andrea VR. VR. Near side. Jakobsen. Off of Columbia. Corner kick for CMU. So Kitty Torok to take this one. The sophomore out of Sopron, Hungary. Towards the middle of the box. VR, and that one will be lofted over the crossbar. So I have a little bit of time. I just wanted to acknowledge that you can check out NAIA National Championship news and all the action occurring 10 days from now over in Orange Beach, Alabama, Decatur, Alabama on the men's side, by visiting the official home of the NAIA at www.naia.org. And also you can keep up with all news and notes from around the NAIA on their social media platforms, including @PlayNAIA on Instagram and @NAIA on Twitter. This will lead to a corner kick for Sandra Jakobsen. Jakobsen all by herself in this one. He was looking to go short. She was expecting Elena to be in that spot. Columbia forcing a throw-in. Back to throw in. Headed out by Columbia. Finds Maria Cerveo. Was out of bounds. Brief stoppage in play in this one. Clock continues to roll down. Inside 22 minutes. Cerveo. A lot of height on that one, but it's ended up being a 50-50 ball just outside the box. Cerveo still in possession, headed by and that's a foul on Columbia with Andrea Villar down on the pitch. It's a free kick CMU. Well, a free kick for CMU about 6 yards outside the box. Villar to kick the free. In this position against Oklahoma Wesleyan, she was able to find the top right shelf, so she is a threat from this position as a striker from distance. Here goes VR, looking to do it herself, a rocket, and finds Kate Marshall. So we got just outside the goalkeeper's box. From midfield, Elena. So deflection finds Sandra Jakobsen is able to maintain, keep it in. Nice spin move to evade her defender. And may have led her too far. May have led Zoe Jessen a little too far on that one. Possession back to Columbia. Inside 20 minutes remaining in this finale of the opening round for the Columbia, Missouri bracket. Columbia looking for an equalizer to extend this just a little bit further and give themselves a chance. But CMU still relentless with their pressure, still looking for. So they're just looking to extend rather than go on defense. Jessen. Zamara for Jessen once again. Richard Frank far side. Calling for it is Jakobsen. We'll get one in for Kitty Torok. And she will get back to Jakobsen looking to facilitate. Here's Carlotta Baldo. Baldo. Corkscrew move to evade her defender. Elena lofting one in for, she's looking for a cutting Maria Cerveo. And safely into the arms of Kate Marshall. $18 minutes to go. Multiple headers. Another new one finds nothing but the Eagle defense. Cerveo down near midfield. Foul called, granted in her favor. We'll restart by Heisenbeck. So Jessen. Aldo. Finds Jakobsen. Jakobsen near side. Challenge one for the moment by Columbia. With Ellie Hilton challenging. Inside the box. There's Surveil. Maybe a little bit of theatrics there to try and draw a call. Nothing doing. Heisenbeck. Lofted for Surveil. Finds Marcelo Elena. Disrupted by Abigail Meyer. The downed eagle on the field is like Marcelo Elena. Reaching for her left leg. So a couple subs getting ready to come in for Columbia in the form of number 13, Macy Lucas, looking to jolt the offense, and number 21, Delfina Blanco, two of the original stars from the starting 11. Maldo. Finds Anisha Frank. There's Justin. There's change going the other way. There's Frank once more. Baldo. Zamada working with it. Zelena once again. She'll go far to near. Finds Kitty Todok. Rock into the box. Led VR too far on that one. So we conclude minute 75. Counting up. Counting down. 15 minutes remaining. Substitutions for Columbia. Checking in number 13, Macy Lucas. And number 21, Delfina Blanco. So Lucas and Blanco back in. 17 goals scored for Macy Lucas. In the last 15 minutes, looking to jolt the offense in this one. On for Columbia. Elena. So now look for Jewel Moreland. Headed towards Grace Reynolds. Over danger. The further this goes, if you kind of look back on especially in the first half, you go back to minute 19, the shot by Macy Lucas with nothing but her and Grace Reynolds in between. And you kind of think to yourself, what if she's able to convert as well as a stoppage in the clock? CMU calling for the trainer. It's definitely getting very testy in this one. So yellow card was assessed number 21, Delfina Blanco. Looks like Marcelo laying a little bit down, a little bit worse for the wear on that one. Looks like Elena will leave for the time being. Yellow card assessed number 21, Delfina Blanco of Colombia. So Elena to the sideline, but she will remain in the match. Taken by Villar. Villar, physical near midfield. Foul on Abigail Meyer. Azubek gets a free kick away. So I'm going to go near side and then head it out. Throw in for CMU on the near side. Renisha Frank to take it as we close in on 12 minutes remaining, second half. There for Elena. Maybe been looking for VR on that one, but disrupted by Kate Marshall. Far side. Here comes Columbia. Don't look for Jewel Moreland, but it's intercepted. Give and go between VR and Zoe Jessen. I'll tackle out. Throw in for CMU. VR. Towards the box. Finds Marcelo Elena. Elena advancing, finds Jakobsen. Jakobsen making a move. Jakobsen still in the box. Jakobsen outside the box. Briefly, VR shot goes wide left. Goes Columbia advancing. Time in this one. Closing on 10 minutes remaining. Columbia College, the champions out of the AMC. Winning it running away. 9-0 in conference, 17-3 overall. They'll look to, they need to break the string of possessions that CMU has been having. Look to advance it for themselves, but Central Methodist still looking to apply pressure. And they don't make many mistakes. So midfield, here's Moreland. Joel Moreland. 9:36 to go. Clock stoppage, 9:30. The field judge running towards the near side, and actually Jakobsen sitting down on the field. So it looks like she's favoring that right arm. Once again, Jakobsen getting set to check in once again. No sub on this one. As Maria Cervello advances. So attempting to find Jakobsen. Can she secure it? Yes, she can. Attempt to look to cross. A header by Elena. Goes wide right. Closing in on the 9-minute mark in the second half. Winner this one to go to Orange Beach, Alabama. The loser, the season's over. That's out for Lafina Blanco, off of Blanco. Throwing for Kitty Torok. Jakobsen, back foot for Torok. Torok, we can pass her defender, and it just goes, and not quite quick enough, and good disruption by Columbia to force a goal kick. Baldo finds Jakobsen once again. Jakobsen making ball skills and finds Marcela Elena. Elena back to Jakobsen. Near side. You're looking to play a little keep it away, burn some more clock. Off of, not ruled out of bounds. Possession back to Columbia. Columbia looking to like to build from the back, but not really working for them so far just because the CMU defense and forwards are just so relentless to get on the ball. A free kick here for Columbia. Great. Greta Harmon to take it. Once again, CMU in possession. Time running short for Columbia on this one to find an equalizer. CMU still in possession. Jakobsen towards the box. And that will go out of bounds. Throw in for Central. Kitty Torok to throw. Back to Torok, give and go for. It's an attempt, almost an own goal by Columbia. Jakobsen waiting to get on sides before she could finally make a move on that ball. Finally does. Columbia just electing to kick it out of the back of the end zone. Corner kick for CMU.
Anyone see who that card was on?
I have no idea.
Do you know who got the card? Do you know who got
So a card assessed. We had a card assessed, maybe on the.
on Argent or there?
I'm being told it was on Joy Maria Z. We'll wait for the official confirmation by our stats crew.
8 on CMU or their team. Blue. Okay, 8 on their team.
Okay. So that's up for VR. So left it towards the middle. That's a chance and a goal! Central Methodist separating themselves late in the second half. 2-0 Eagles. Central Methodist goal scored by number 7, Alicia Zamora. Time of the goal, minute 84. So Zamora, multiple deflections, creating some breathing room for Central Methodist, and may have just punched their ticket to Orange Beach, Alabama, and the final sight of the 2021 NAIA National Championship. A couple subs coming in for Columbia at their next dead ball. Form of Reese Hamilton, number 23, and number 14, Megan Floyd. So free kick for Andrea Villar, I believe. Yes, it is. So I'm going to curve one towards the net. Nothing doing. Cleared out by Columbia and Moreland. 4:45 remaining in this one. Just with the ball skills and the way that Central Methodist has dominated time of possession once again, kind of the old boxing phrase, styles make fights, and Central Methodist has definitely asserted their authority in this one on that end. Like to play, they really like to value each possession and build from the back, and got excellent ball. Excellent communication, excellent chemistry. They don't give you a lot of room for error when the ball gets into their own offensive third, as well as all of our subs coming in. Substitutions for Columbia, checking in number 14, Megan Floyd, and number 23, Reese Hamilton. Floyd, the senior out of Columbia, Missouri, wears number 14, checking in. And the junior from Jefferson City, Missouri, number 23, Reese Hamilton, checking in. Floyd in for Weinger. So Floyd on the season. This is appearance number 16 for her. For Hamilton, appearance number 16 as well. So she does have 2 goals on the season. The Central Methodist in possession once again. It's kind of the story of the evening, just able to pretty much do what they want to do as far as dictating pace and pressure. And Jakobsen trying to play a little keep away. On our end, they can shave a few more seconds off the clock. So we close in on 2:45 remaining. So on this day of doubleheader here in Columbia, CMU once again just kind of trying to, I guess for lack of a better term, hibernate it in the corner. So they'll just be satisfied with continuing to burn more clock, and a push off by Columbia. No call on that. I mean, just a little bit, just a frustration foul there by Meyer, but no foul called. It is definitely leading with the arm on that one, and more action for Turok, and Meyer definitely walking a tightrope here on this one. Turok choosing to exit the situation. We have multiple subs coming in for Columbia. So 90 seconds remaining. Looks like CMU will be punching their ticket to Orange Beach, Alabama. So Columbia, another season champions of the American Midwest Conference. An overall record of 17-3. 9-0. 9-0 regular season record. And tournament champions in the MC as well. 1 minute remaining. Headed out by Cerveo. Turok just looking to continue to burn clock. Foul on CMU. As we have 30 seconds remaining in this one. A little bit academic at this point. Shutting down the play-by-play as we close in on our 10-second countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final score in this one, Central Methodist 2, Columbia 0. And congratulations to the Columbia College Cougars, the champions out of the American Midwest Conference, on an excellent season. And the champions out of the Columbia, Missouri bracket, the Central Methodist Eagles. Congratulations on advancing to the 2021 NAIA National Championship final site in Orange Beach, Alabama. CMU victorious in this. CMU, the champions in the opening round. In the Columbia, Missouri bracket, they will be moving on to play in Orange Beach, Alabama. Play in that one scheduled to begin on November the 30th. We'll run all the way to December 6th. So the road to the national championship and Dan Schmidlin's CMU Eagles will continue. We'll see them at Orange Beach, Alabama, looking to claim their first NAIA National Championship. And on the men's side for Central Methodist, they will be heading to Decatur, Alabama. Those games will be taking place on November 30th through December 6th, as well as the Central men look to reclaim their spot at the top as NAIA National Champions. Will mark the third in 4 years. It's been a pleasure covering this NAIA opening round here from Columbia, Missouri. And also thanks to Battle High School for providing the venue. Top-notch facility and excellent hospitality all around. So this is Phil Fortaleza, play-by-play announcer, checking out for the final time here at the opening round. CMU victorious 2-0, advancing to Orange Beach, Alabama. We will see you next time. Good night from Columbia.